Hello and welcome to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. Let's jump straight into a order. Hey, I'm Roadmaster 1234. That's what they call me on the internet. I'm a master behind the steering wheel in games. Now I got a real machine and I'll show those disbelievers what I can do on a real road. So please do something with these rims because they slow me down. Oh, and I think there's something not quite right with the engine. It's making a strange banging noise. Take care. Okay, we'll accept this. So there's Roadmaster 1234's car, and he's right, the rims are looking shocking, so they'll need changing. Let's have a look in the engine. That's all a bit rusty really. Okay, we'll get it on the test path and see what the brakes and suspension are like. There it is. Okay, we'll start the test path. Right, let's first of all test the front brakes. %. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the percentage of parts that need to be. Anything less than that and we'll need to replace, so 70 on the back as well. Let's try the front suspension. Again 70%, and the rear suspension. Okay, so brakes and suspension are all okay. So I've got it on the ramp. I'll lift it up and we'll change the wheels. So I'll take this one off first. And this side. And the back. I think the tyres are okay. Obviously I'll have a look at them in a minute when they're in my inventory. Okay, that's all 4 wheels off the car. So I'll start taking them off the tyres. Let's have a look. So of course I'm going to have to buy 4 new replacement wheels with the same size. I'll go for the same wheel, so it will have the same visual looks. But yeah, the tyres are okay by the look of it. Number 4. So this is the last one I'm separating from the tyres. Right, let's go and see what they are. Okay, so they're 17-inch. So I need 4 17-inch wheels, the same wheels. So where are they? That's them. Rim Classic 6. So I need 4 of those 17-inch. And I'll start putting the tyres back on the new rims. And I'll sell the old wheels. Didn't get a lot for those, but never mind. And I'll balance them as well. There we are, I've mounted all the wheels onto the car, so that's the underside done. Let's just check the fuel filter. I know we said there was something wrong with the engine, but we'll just do this anyway because it's often something I miss. So yeah, the fuel filter's fine. So I'll lower the car down and we'll have a look under the bonnet. So what can it be? Let's see. So we've got quite a few parts undiscovered. 5. So 5 parts to find. Air filter looks okay. So it's not the air filter. Let's have a look here. Let's drive it, I think. See what the test track comes up with. It might identify a problem with the engine, maybe the transmission. Right, here we are, let's go. So, acceleration test. So that's that completed. Then the slalom. Brakes are a bit well, either on or off really, but I don't think they're a problem. Well, they're not a problem, we've already tested them. So that's the slalom. We'll go on to the suspension test, which is over here. We already know the suspension is okay-ish. Okay, and then the brake test. So we'll see if the acceleration and the slalom tests come up with anything identified, but we'll probably have to take parts of the engine apart and see what the problem is visually. And slam the brakes on. So according to that, hasn't found anything. Transmission is fine. So it must be in the engine block. Let's check the oil. Yeah, that's fine. So it's not the oil. Let's have a look at these ignition coils and the spark plugs. So spark plug is okay, and the ignition coil is okay. So it's not that. Brake servo looks okay. What else? Fuel rail seems okay. Fuel, that's the fuel filter there. That's fine. So it's not the fuel, and it's not the electrics. Let's have a look at the fan and the radiator. So we'll take the radiator off and put it back on. Let me just have, here we go, radiator fan. That's one of the faulty parts, so we need to buy one of those. So let's go and order it now. So radiator fan housing fan, FAN. So it's radiator fan housing fan, which is that one on the end. One of those. So I'll put all that back together. So the radiator and the fan housing and the radiator fan, that's all fine now. So still 4 parts to find. What about the timing? Yeah, I see the belt tensioner here looks a bit rusty, and the, don't know about the serpentine belts, but we'll have a look at those. And that idler looks rusty as well. What else? Water pump, crankshaft pulley. We'll take the timing cover off, have a look at the timing belt. Okay, let's have a look. What have we got? So yeah, 4 faulty parts. There you go. Belt tensioner, serpentine belt A, serpentine belt B, and idler roller A. So there we go, we found everything. So I'll get the belt tensioner first. There it is. And the serpentine belts, A and B. So there's A, and B, where's B? There it is. And the idler roller. Idler roller A. Okay, I'll put it all back together. So that's everything put back on the car. Let's have a look. Yep, job complete. Okay, so we'll complete the order and receive $1,200, and I'll have a look to see if we've unlocked a skill point. Let me just sell everything in the inventory. Right, skill points? No. Okay, not a problem. How much money have we got? 11,000. Let's take on another job. Ford Mustang RX-7, Porsche 911. Okay, so this is a nice car. Yeah, not bad. So the engine compartment is just here, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the engine on this car. Let's start it up. Yeah, it's fine. So I think it's just a faulty brake system, so we'll put it on the test path. There's the boot, and we'll have a look at the brakes. Right, we're on the test path, so let's test the brakes. So as always, the front brakes first, and they're both fine, 100%, which is perfect. Rear brakes. There you go, so the rear driver side brakes need attention. Front suspension. Are fine. And the rear suspension. Is also fine. So it is just the rear passenger side brakes that we need to replace. So we've got it on the lifter, lift it up, so the rear passenger side brakes, that's here on the left. So I'll take the wheel off, and it looks like the brake caliper is compatible with the part that we got out of the case, so we can put the new one on from our inventory. And we need a brake disc and a brake pad. So yeah, that is the same caliper. So I'll sell the old caliper, and we need pads and disc. So if I type BRAKE, there we go. So we need a pad and a disc, and that should be everything for the car. Nice easy job. So I'll put the disc on, I'll put the pads in, and the upgraded caliper which we got from the reward case, and the wheel. That's it. I think that's all this car needs doing. Everything else looks perfect. I'll sell the old stuff. So we've got rid of that caliper now, and of course we didn't have to buy it, so that's not a bad deal. Car status, finish order. There we go. I'll check the skill points. Yes, we've got 1. So what I will do is, I think I'll get the discount in the shops. There you go. 5% discount in shops, that's not bad. That will certainly help. And we've got more money, which is good. Right, one last job today. I've accepted the Jeep Wrangler. So apparently there's we need to replace all the timing parts and the engine oil and filter. So there's quite a few timing parts to replace, but we've done timing components quite a few times, so it's a V6. So I've got the car on the lifter. I'll have a look under the bonnet, and I've not worked on a V6 before. It looks quite big, so I'll take the radiator out the way so we can have better visibility, because the timing is on the front of the engine block. So I already see quite a few parts need replacing there, so we need to try and get the belts off first. But yeah, the V6 engine looks very compact and complicated, so I should imagine in order to get to most of the parts we'll have to take quite a lot off the top of the engine. So we'll take the belt tensioner off first, and then I'll try and, can't get the water pump off without the belts. Let's see if I can get the belt off. There we go. So that's the serpentine belt. Take the idler roller off here. Water pump. And can I get that idler roller off? Yes. Okay. That should be alright. Okay, so there's quite a few parts. Cam gears. So in order to get to the cam gears I've got to take the covers off. There's no way around it. So I'll start with the ignition coils. So we'll take that out, that one out, and that one out, and we can take the cover off, I think. And now we can see the cam gears. So yeah, they're in a sorry state. We need to get those off. So I'll take the crankshaft pulley off, take the timing cover off if I can, take the idler roller off, now the timing cover, and we can see the timing belt there. So I need to take the throttle off to then take the intake manifold off so I can get to the cover the other side. So yeah, it looks like with a V6 you have to take a lot of components off just to get to a single part. unfortunately. So the ignition coils and the engine head cover, and then we should be able to uncover the cams, or the cam gears. So I need to get this belt off. I think there's two of them. There's one that side. Oh, it's a chain. There's two chains. So it hasn't got timing belts, it's got timing chains. But there's these little shoes here that are holding the chains on, and I think I need to take the chain off the other side first. Yeah, looks like it. So I'll take this chain off first on the left, and then we can take the cam gears off, and we'll do the same the other side. Right, I think that's everything from the timing. So it looks quite bare now. So I'll go on the computer, highlight everything. Oh, what's that? A map. Oh, that's for a barn find. Excellent. So when we've got enough money, we'll head over to the barn find and we'll see what car we can buy for ourselves to do up, instead of working on the customers' cars. So I've highlighted everything we need. So let's see what we need. We need the belt tensioner. Okay, we need the water pump for a V6. Where's that one? V6C. There it is. And we need the timing chain shoe. Two of those for a V6C. So timing chain shoe. Where is it? Is that it? So we want timing chain shoe V6C. They're the Ford ones. One for a Plymouth. Yep, that's it. We'll get another one of those. And then we need timing chains. So A and B for a V6C. So that's one, and then we need the other one. Just trying to find everything. That's it. There we are. And we need 4 cam gears for a V6B. Okay. So where would that be? Cam gear. That's it. V6B. 4 of those. Right, I'll put everything back on the car. I'll see you in a second. Well, hopefully I haven't missed anything. It all looks to be put back together again, but of course we need to change the oil filter and the oil, but I think to get to the oil filter we need to raise the car up, so we'll do that. Of course we need the car up in the air to drain the oil anyway, so we'll do that first, and then we'll change the oil filter. So move equipment to car lifter A, use equipment, drain all the oil, there we go, and we'll get to the oil filter, which is very rusty. Looks like it's the white one. Yeah, it's the white one. Okay. So oil filter. There it is. So I'll pop that back on the car, and then we need to put the oil in, and that should be everything. Right, oil filler cap, which is there. Put the oil in. Okay, and check the level. Perfect. So I think we'll finish the job. $1,900. Everything's complete. Excellent. Done. Skill point, got another one, and we've unlocked the electro reader and the reader for the computer chip. So we'll get the electric meter reader. That'll be a good tool to use. And we've got another case and another map. So I'll sell everything in the inventory, open the case. What have we got this time? Looks like an engine head, an exhaust, and a suspension, yeah, cross member. Okay. Well, I don't think we'll use those at this stage, so I'll probably sell them and we'll get more money. And the barn find maps, we won't need them just yet. Well, I've added them to the map, so if you go on here, they're over here ready for when we visit them, but I think we'll make a bit more money first so we can actually buy something from the barn. But I think that's all we're going to do today. So let's see how much money we've got. $13,000, and we're now level 7. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers for watching. See you soon.